In this video, we're going to look at a few methods of the window object. And we've used some methods from the window object already in previous chapters. We've used the prompt method and the alert method. So let's take a look at the confirm method of the window object. So the way we use confirm is we just say confirm, and then inside the parentheses, we provided a string. And this basically pops up a dialog box that has an OK button and a cancel button. So let's take a look at this. So we're creating a constant called confirm delete. And then we call that confirm method of the window object, and we're providing it some values. We're providing it a string that says, are you sure you want to delete this item? Okay. So that pops up the dialog box, and the user has a choice of clicking OK or cancel. If they click OK, this confirm method returns a value of true. If they click cancel, it returns a value of false. And that would be what would get stored in this variable called confirm delete. So then we can use this confirm delete constant. We can use this constant in the if statement here. And if they click OK, then confirm delete will be true, and we can write some code that runs if they click OK. Then we could put maybe an else statement that runs if they click cancel, or maybe we don't have any code that runs if they click cancel. But so we can use the actual response of true or false that the user types, as opposed to the prompt, which could return values and things. This one only returns a Boolean value, true or false, that we can later use to conditionally run some code. Here's two more methods of the window object. We have parse int, and parse int will take a string value and convert it to an integer. Parse float will take a string value and convert it or parse it to a floating point value. Let's look at an example here of a couple ways we can use parse int and parse float. So here we're doing a prompt to the user that says enter any value, and it has a default of 12345.6789. So if the user just clicks enter, that's the value that we'll get. And in this situation, whatever they typed is stored in this variable called entry A. And then we're going to take entry A and we're going to parse it as an integer. So if they left this default value and just said OK, that value 12345.6789 would get parsed as an int, and the result would get stored back in entry A again, but it would just be 12345, because when we parse this long number as an int, it only keeps the integer part. Likewise, we can do a prompt for any value. Again, just like we did up here with entry A, we're doing it again with entry B, but this time we're parsing it as a float, and this time the value would end up being 12345.6789 because we parsed it as a float, so it will have decimal points. Now, one thing to remember about all these methods of the window object is that we didn't have to type window.parseInt or window.parseFloat or window.prompt, because the window object is the global object. It is always available to us, and we don't have to type window dot before we use one of those. Any of the methods of the window object can be done with just naming the method without using the object name first.